Hey, what's going on, everybody? Well, I think today is the day. I'm going to start taking everything apart. Got the new manifold all ready to go. I bought an extra set of gaskets just in case. Yeah, sometimes you just never know. Maybe I have one leak, maybe not, whatever. Anyway, I bought an extra gasket. So I have two sets of the 1262 gaskets. Going to pull the intake manifold or the cold side ducting off, carburetor, all this is going to get mounted onto the Victor Jr. I'm going to try to get the intake manifold off without pulling the distributor. Sometimes that's kind of iffy. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. I'm not sure about getting it up, getting it past the valve covers. I'm not sure about that. But we're going to start taking it apart. I'm on my quest for 750 rear wheel horsepower. The intake's going to be the first step. I may change to an MST distributor. Definitely going to turn the boost up. I got some big plans this year. I definitely want to get into very low sixes, maybe high fives. I think it's possible. The car doesn't weigh that much, and I'm making good power if I can just get it to hook. So stick around, guys. Have a cold drink, and we're going to start taking this thing apart. Stick around. It's going to be a journey, guys. All right, guys, when I always, in my questions, or if anybody asks, I always tell you that this distributor is locked out. It means that's just travel from the gear. But as far as moving, it has none. There's no advance, no mechanical or vacuum advance, so it's locked out. So when I set it, say at 22, 23 degrees, that's where it stays. No advance, no retard. So that's what I mean about being locked out. And the way I did it, I should have done this before. Bear with me, guys, and I'll show you what I did to lock it out. Give me a moment. It'd be like the old game show song. Da, 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 da. All right, enough of that. Okay, when I say I locked it out, that's what I mean. I drilled and pinned the advance weights. So there's no There is no advance. I do have a little bit of gear movement, it looks like, but that's probably just the gear slack. But as far as the advance, there is none. So I'm also going to have to go ahead and pull the distributor. It will not come out, but I'm going to be pulling the distributor. So I marked the housing right there. I marked the housing in the front. Or I will be marking it in the front. Where this is facing. Sorry guys, I'm not paying attention. I apologize. I'm going to put a mark there. I'm going to put a mark here. So when I drop the distributor back in, it'll be close to time and I won't have to fight with it too much. So stick around, guys. We're going to get the intake manifold pulled off and I'll be right back with you. So stick around. Get a cold drink. Get a bang. It's always good. If you need the energy, get a bang. Alright guys. This is what I wanted to show everybody. It's been a while since anybody has seen this. That's why I port match the intake manifold. That gasket just does match the cylinder head. See that, guys? So if I didn't port match the intake manifold, it would not have, I would have had maybe a little bit of reversion problems, possibly. Definitely would have had a mismatch as far as the ports. But those are 225cc intake ports. They flow a lot of air. I got to trim some of that out. Of course, a lot of you Ford guys already know that. So again, this is a junkyard motor. I got this out of a junkyard, out of a 97 F250. And that's how clean it was. Whoever had it before me kept it very well maintained. So you can get some good stuff out of the salvage yard. Just go look, guys. 351 Windsor out of a 1997, I believe. It's a roller motor. It's got the Trick Flow Specialty camshaft, stage 3, all that good stuff. So stick around, guys. I'm going to show you the other intake manifold. Alright guys, this is the manifold I just took off. And I found some issues that could have been affecting boost performance. It could have been affecting a lot of things. Looks like the damn intake gasket was broken right there. I don't know if I did that when I took it off. But I know I didn't do this when I took it off. There's a heck of an overhang right there. It looks like, you know, where the gasket looks like it slid over. Look at there, I can put my finger underneath it. See that, guys? So I'm sure that affected something. That had to affect the distribution in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, number 7 cylinder. Sorry, I did it again. So that was an issue. These ports were the very first ones I've ever done. They're not bad, but they don't look as good as the other ones, I'll tell you that right now. But this also was a used manifold when I got it. So this is the manifold I took off. It's a Chinese manifold. It doesn't even have a designation on it, and I got this pretty cheap down in Long Island from a guy, and I'm not going to knock it. It makes 630 horsepower, and I'm not going to complain about it. I'm actually going to keep this manifold because it's not a bad manifold. But hang on, let me grab this other manifold. Just be patient, guys. Shop is a mess, but we're going to be replacing it with a name. Victor Jr. So going from that, which works very well, to this, which I hope works extremely well, and a lot better port job, or port match. Okay, now I showed you in the previous clip the port size of the intake manifold. Let me grab this gasket. Is dead on. And this is exactly the reason why right here that I port matched this intake manifold to match it. So I'm looking to make 700, at least 725, 7 range at the back wheel on my next dyno outing. I'm not sure if I'm going to turn the boost up, or I'm just going to see if the manifold makes that much of a difference. But I believe it will. So stick around, guys. We got some ports to clean up. There's my homemade blow through right there. Guys, take it with a grain of salt. Do not forget to put vent tube extensions on if you make your own blow through. If you don't, you will never get it tuned right. These are very important. Very, 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 very important to blow through with a carburetor. Now, this one's been modified. Of course it has. And this is exactly what it is. It's a Proform 750 that I bought at Pep Boys before they quit selling good parts. So there's modifications in that. If you want to know what the modifications are, look at my previous videos. You can find them all. You can see everything that I've done with that carburetor. And it works. It works fine. If you watch the last the dyno video, the guy was pretty amazed at how flat the air fuel was, and it was because of that carburetor. He even made the comment that he has fuel injected cars that don't stay that flat. But this is what we got right now, guys. Got it all took apart. We're going to do some cleaning. As a matter of fact, all the gasket came off pretty good. But those are the cylinder heads. Those are Trick Flow Specialty. Like I said before, old Will Burton high port 225s, 208, 160 valves, 58 cc chamber. That's a badass head for what it is. So stick around, guys. We're going to get this other manifold done, get them switched over. I'm debating whether to put one of the carb spacers back on. I'm not sure if anything's going to fit. Showed you the distributor. Garage is a mess. Harley's over there waiting patiently for spring, because right now it's December 3rd and it's just sitting there. 454 big block. Also a junkyard motor, guys. Check this out. I couldn't pass this up. Look at those bores. Look at that. 4-bolt main, 454. Of course, I'm not putting it in a Mustang. It might get turbocharged and get put into something, but if I do, it'll be the same deal. Junkyard motor with turbo, make all the power you can make out of it. So stick around, guys. We're going to get the Whistling Dixie back together. If the weather changes, right now we've had salt on the road 3 times, so I don't know if I'm going to take it back out for a test head or not. Not right now. This car's never seen salt, and it's not going to if I can help it. So stick around, guys. All right, guys, this is just a little tip. This is just a little something I do to help hold my thermostat housing. I put a little bit of silicone around this and then stick my thermostat in there and just let it sit for a little while, because I have had that drop out and get between the gasket, right? It'll get between the gasket and the housing and it'll leak like hell. So just put a little silicone around it, let it sit for a little while. I have to orientate it like that. Put your gasket on and it shouldn't leak. So far, this is what we got going on so far. I'm going to add a 1-inch spacer to my Victor. And it shouldn't be too much higher than the one I took off, I don't think. But if it is, there's going to be a problem, because that hood won't fit. As it is right now, it's basically the elbow coming from here up to the hat is already touching the hood. So we may have to do a few modifications. I went ahead and got my gaskets set down and got a little silicone around them, letting that sit up for a minute so they don't move around. And I'm going to put my bead of silicone on the China rails, set the intake manifold down, tighten it down, and then I'm going to torque it. And guys, remember this, torque it to 22 foot-pounds. Don't go over it just once, go over it a couple of times, because once you get all of them done, you come back, the center ones are going to be loose again. So keep going around in a circle until it's all the way done, until you get 22 pounds and it'll hold 22 pounds. So that's just a tip. I may be wrong, but I think I'm right. Haven't had anyone leak so far, just maybe squash a gasket a little bit, but 22 pounds, guys, 22 foot-pounds. All right, guys, the gasket's been sitting for probably a half hour now. So let me get my finger out of the way. So I'm going to start laying a bead of black RTV on the China rail. Try to lay it down looking like quarters. Hopefully I don't run out. I don't want this thing to leak either. So let's see how this works out. Okay, there's the first bead. And sorry guys, this video is going to be a little bit long, but it is what it is. So I'm going to put another bead back here. Of course, everything's in the way and I can't see shit. So okay, and there's the other bead. So that's probably a 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch bead there, an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch bead here. I'm gonna let it skim up just a minute. Put the intake manifold on. and we'll be right back, guys. Stick around. All right, guys, intake manifold's on. I just got to torque it down. And like I said, 22 foot-pounds in a circular circular fashion. Let me get my thoughts going right here. So it's on there now, guys. I think it looks a lot better. But looks don't make them run, so we're gonna see. And hopefully the distributor that I've been using will still work on this manifold. I'm not sure. It may not work. I may end up having to get a new distributor, but we'll find out soon, guys. So if I do, that'll be another upgrade. So stick around. I'm gonna try to get a shot of the runner in the plenum. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is a straight shot. There's no lip. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything any better than that. I don't know if you can see it. It kind of bums me out that I can't really show it as well as I wanted to. But look at that, guys. Straight shot. No lip, no nothing hanging over. It's perfect. Well, it's perfect in my world. So I think I did a pretty good job of port matching that. It should flow really well. So that's where we're at right now, guys. I'm getting ready to torque these down to 22 foot-pounds. We've already been through all that. Torque them until they hold 22. Walking along, and I don't know if my phone died or what, but we have an issue. The carburetor works fine. The intake manifold works fine. It looks phenomenal. I love it. Everything's bolting back up the way it should, and I can see this motor making 700 wheel. I'm gonna be looking for some people come next spring, mainly Neo Stang, and maybe even go over to Ohio and see if I can get in some stuff with Billy. Anyway, that's hearsay. The problem is that's in the way, and this is a lot taller than the other one I took off. If you look right there, that's a lot lower, which means that the HEI style distributor, let me get it out of here so you can see it, is not going to fit. The gear's still good, so I'm going to hold on to that. So that doesn't fit. So this kind of puts a damper on everything. I'm having to go pretty much at a standstill now. But it's also a good time to go ahead and replace all the fuel stuff that goes here, get that off the firewall. Not even 100% sure if my hat's going to fit now, because that's a little bit taller, different angle. But anyway, guys, I'm going to have to end the video right here. I do not have a distributor. I'm going to have to order a distributor. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get it. So as of right this minute, I'm at a standstill. Project's not over. We're far from over. We just got to stand still. Got to order a distributor. Got to order something that'll fill that hole right there that'll fit. So guys, if you liked the video, please like, share, subscribe. Stick around. Alright guys, as you seen from the clip, I'm at a standstill, so I'm going to end the video right here. The HEI style distributor just isn't going to fit. The intake manifold is too tall. I like this intake manifold. I think it's going to get me where I want to get. It's definitely not going to slow me down. As you seen earlier in the clip, it's a straight path from the bottom of the carburetor into the cylinder. I mean, there's no, porting it and gasket matching it worked perfect. I'm almost at a loss for words. I'm going to have to order a distributor, so I guess I'll probably try to find a MSD Pro billet with a small cap. I think that's going to be the answer to the distributor problem, as I showed you earlier in the clip. So for now, guys, I'm going to have to end the video. We're far from over with the project, so, don't go anywhere. We just got to order a distributor. We get that distributor ordered, get everything back together, fire this bad boy back up. I'll put a clip before and a clip after if I can get my phone to work right. so we can see if there's any difference in the sound going from a dual plane to a single plane. So until the next video, guys, peace out, stay safe. Oh, and drink a bang. They're full of energy. It makes you feel good. Yeah. Later, guys.